maker knows what's going on in the world. I received a message from groovyev, and he advises me to make all of you aware of this video. I saw it, and as soon as I clicked on the URL, I heard the voice and I recognized it. This guy makes great videos, and he knows what's going on in the world. I think when you see this video, you're going to recognize the need to secede from the Union before totalitarian control. You won't be able to get a job unless the DHS approves your application. This is nonsense, folks. Do you want your government to have this kind of control over you? Secession is the answer. Cut off the federal government. Stop their funding. Stop their enactment of laws that we don't approve of. Stop the totalitarian control. Stop the centralization of power and return the power to the people. Because that's the only one I trust, me. There's still time for you to act, but not much. And if you're not doing your share to spread the truth, not only are you going to wind up a slave, begging for a job through the DHS, starving to death, but all of your family will be in the same boat. Let me read you the opening quote by Adolf Hitler, because the video maker thinks that you're watching videos so you can try to read what's on the screen before the text is gone. And I didn't read it fast enough, and I had to stop the video and rewind in order to read it. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Why didn't he read the text to us? Is he too lazy? You know, some people are driving a car and listening to these videos. They can't read what's on the screen. They can't even see the screen. It's too small. This video maker thinks that everyone loves to read. Almost nobody loves to read. Reading is work. Struggling with the words and the meanings. It's much easier to listen. We're accustomed to listening to television, and the government tells us what to think. We're lost if we have to think on our own, or heaven forbid, read something. There are people who have never read a whole book in their entire lives. And this video maker flashes it on the screen. In about 3 seconds, it's gone. You didn't even have a chance to read it. And then when the author of that quote comes up, Adolf Hitler, it just flashes on the screen like a July 4th fireworks display. It flashes and it's gone. You barely have a chance to read Adolf Hitler. I'm not sure what the video maker was thinking, but otherwise, I have to say honestly, he's a very good thinker and a reasonably good video maker. He edits his audio so that you don't have to waste a lot of time listening to space between words. Maybe he just reads it straight through. He makes very good videos. Very good. Much better than mine. But he doesn't talk at all about light beer, you know, so I don't know. Maybe he's not so good. But if you're looking for someone who really treats the subject matter with seriousness and intensive research, this guy comes out on top. He's really good. I don't know his name. I know his voice because I've seen many videos he's done, and he's really, really good. Really good. I want you to see this video. I'm sending you the link. And I'm telling you in advance, you've got to stop the video when the Adolf Hitler quote comes on, because he flashes it and it's gone. And he thinks you all read it because you're fast readers like him. Well, I'm not. I'm a slow reader. I'm a slow reader because all the gears in my head are working when I read something. And when I'm reading something, I don't want to hear loud music or drums. And this guy just pounds away at the annoying drums. And at 7 minutes and 39 seconds, I had all I could take. I was about 2/3 of the way through the video. I think it's an 11-minute video. I couldn't take any more of the drums, and I had to stop. And I left a message. I can't stand your drums, but I still want you to see it because you might not be as annoyed as I was. Maybe you like to hear music and drums when you're trying to pay attention to a lecture. This was a comprehensive lecture. This guy really knows what's going on in the world, and he's one of the very, very few who have put together all the pieces of the puzzle, and he knows what the puzzle says. And if you want a shortcut, you want to know what's going on, this is the guy. You want me to read the Adolf Hitler comment now? Adolf Hitler begins, "Dear fans," just joking. Quote, "The best way to take control over a people and control them utterly is to take a little of their freedom at a time, to erode rights by 1,000 tiny and almost imperceptible reductions. In this way, the people will not see those rights and freedoms being removed until past the point at which these changes cannot be reversed." That's where we are, people. The changes can no longer be reversed. The only hope is secession. It's our last hope. The sheriffs of this country could say, no federal agents on this property without 6 months' notice, and that would stop them. But don't bank on it, because the sheriffs are all wusses. Here, sheriff. You're a wuss. Go down and have some donuts, you wuss. Tail between your leg, running from the Fed. Fear is in your head, and soon we'll all be dead. All right, here is the link, folks. I'm putting it on the screen and also in the description. Now, if your annotations are off, turn them on, and then you can just click on the link. If you don't want to turn on your annotations, that's okay. Just copy it from the screen, stop the video, and copy it from the screen. If you want to go to the descriptions, you can just copy and paste it also. So I give you 3 ways to get this video, but you must get this video and watch it. It is really important. And you can thank groovyev. He has a channel. He was in a coma for 2 weeks, and he has contact with his ancient spirit, Trolaka, and he knows things that are unbelievable, like what life is like on other planets. He remembers his own lifetimes. So go to his channel also. Make a note of it to stop off at his channel and catch up on what he's telling us about Planet X. He knows about Planet X. He knows about life on other planets. He knows about all the alien groups and what they're up to. And he told me that I'm a Pleiadian and that I lived on Mars. I don't remember. I don't feel Pleiadian. I feel half Italian, but it's Sicilian, so what the hell. The Italians don't claim us. We're the dark-skinned Italians, and so they don't treat us like human beings. The other half of the family came in the country right after the Mayflower, like 1610, I think. And they're about as American as you can get, of all European stock, of course. Anyway, this video that you're going to see is a one-stop source for learning quickly what's going on in the world, knowing what the feds are really all about. The feds, you know, are just puppets. They work for the real dictators behind the scenes, and those dictators intend to turn all of human beings into cattle with RFID chips so they can totally control them, and they're going to live the good life while we are their slaves. And if you like that, don't do anything, because you're living the life that you dream of. If you don't want to be anybody's slave, and you think that this group of elite should be shot or imprisoned or tried and then hanged, then do watch the video so you know what's going on, because this guy makes it real. You've heard the story about the frog, where the frog is boiled slowly and he never jumps out of the pan because the heat comes to him gently and he never gets the shock that evokes the response. What this video maker is saying about totalitarian control is alarming, and as I said, very, very few people on this planet have put all the pieces of the puzzle together as he has. He understands what's going on, and if you want to understand what's going on, watch this video. I normally don't do this. Somebody sends me a video and says, tell all your viewers to watch this. I usually ignore it. But groovyev is a special guy, and I thought about it after I told him I was not going to do it, and I've decided I'm going to have to do it after all. So hurry up, go watch the video, and tell a friend so that in the death camps you have a companion or 2. Thanks for watching. Video recommendation before it's news. This video maker knows what's going on in the world. I received a message from groovyev, and he advises me to make all of you aware of this video. I saw it, and as soon as I clicked on the URL, I heard the voice and I recognized it. This guy makes great videos, and he knows what's going on in the world. I think when you see this video, you're going to recognize the need to secede from the Union before totalitarian control. You won't be able to get a job unless the DHS approves your application. This is nonsense, folks. Do you want your government to have this kind of control over you? Secession is the answer. Cut off the federal government. Stop their funding. Stop their enactment of laws that we don't approve of. Stop the totalitarian control. Stop the centralization of power, and return the power to the people. Because that's the only one I trust. Me. There's still time for you to act, but not much. And if you're not doing your